Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you all are fine and enjoying best of your health. Okay student, before going to the main topic, first let me discuss the course contents with you. So in a midterm we will cover these topics, these chapters. As you know that in a general science book you study three subjects collectively, the biology, chemistry and physics. So for a midterm, the two chapters are taken from biology portion, chapter 1 and chapter 5, the digestive system, reproduction in plant. And chapter 8 is taken from chemistry portion, atoms. And you will study one chapter from physics portion, that is chapter 13, circuits and electric currents. Clear? So we will cover this course for the midterm. So now let's take a start from the first chapter. In the first chapter, the digestive system, you will study about the 5 basic nutrients, about the digestive system in detail, and at the last you will study problems with the digestive system. Clear? So now let's take a start. Let's study the first topic of your first chapter, and that is 5 basic nutrients. Now, question will arise in your mind that what are nutrients? Before discussing the nutrient, first let me tell you about the nutrition. So what is nutrition? Nutrition is the process of consuming food. Process of consuming food is called what? It is called nutrition. Now, what are nutrients? All the food item contains substances called what? Called nutrients. So the food which you eat, it contains substances, and these substances are called nutrients. Clear? Now, the lack of any nutrient may also lead to a deficiency disease. So it means that these nutrients are very important for the normal functioning of our body. If there is lack of any nutrient in the body, so it will lead to a deficiency disease. So in today's video, we will study some of the nutrients. Okay, let's study the first nutrient, which is carbohydrate. But first, let me tell you about the 5 nutrients, the names of the 5 nutrients: vitamins, minerals, proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. These are the 5 nutrients, 5 basic nutrients. Actually, the food which you eat, it contains the 5 basic nutrients. Clear? Okay, now we will discuss all these nutrients one by one. So the first nutrient which we are going to discuss is carbohydrate. Okay, so you know carbohydrate, it is the main source of energy. Carbohydrate is a main source of energy. It means that the carbohydrates give us energy. Clear? And the carbohydrates are in the form of sugar, starch, and fibers. Clear? So now we will study the sources of these forms of carbohydrate. So sugar, it is sweet in taste and it is found in fruits. Clear? Now the starch, it is found in rice, wheat, and it is insoluble in water. So it means that the sources of the starch is, rice, wheat, and it is not soluble in water. Clear? The next is fibers. So fibers are derived from plants like whole grains, vegetables, and the fibers are not digested by our body. So now question will arise in a mind that if it is not digested by a body, if it do not give us energy, then why we take fibers in our diet? So the important and the major function of fibers is that it helps in excretion of the waste material from the body. Clear? So it excretes the waste material from the body, it gives bulk to the feces, it helps in the food passage through the digestive system. Clear? So these are the main functions of fibers. That is why we take fiber in our diet. The fiber reduce the risk of constipation. Okay, this was all about the first category of the nutrient, that is carbohydrate. Now let's move towards another slide. Okay, the next is proteins. So proteins are the bodybuilding food that are part of our every cell. Clear? As in class 6 you have studied the plant and animal cell in detail. So the first layer of animal cell is cell membrane. The first layer of animal cell is cell membrane. So as I told you that it is part of our every cell. The proteins are part of our every cell. So actually this cell membrane, the first layer of the cell, it is made up of what? It is made up of proteins. Clear? And another important function of protein is that they are needed to repair the damaged part of the body. Proteins repair damaged part of our body. Clear? Now let's study the sources of proteins. So protein is found in egg, in the white of egg, in albumin. White part of egg is known as albumin. Clear? And it is also found in the white meat like fish. Clear? And it is also found in beans, in pulses, in grains. So there are a lot of sources of proteins. So we have studied that protein, they are the bodybuilding food. Proteins are the bodybuilding food and they are part of our every cell. And another function is that it repairs the damaged part of our body. And then we have studied the sources of proteins. Now the next nutrient is fats. So fat is stored as a layer of insulation under the skin. As you know that the first layer of our body, it is skin. So under the skin, the next layer is of fats, and it is stored as a layer of insulation under the skin. It means that it also prevents the heat loss. The main function of fat is that it gives us energy and it also prevents the heat loss. And you know how much it gives us energy? It gives double of energy than the proteins and carbohydrates. Is in the carbohydrates, I told you that when 1 gram of carbohydrate is fully oxidized, so it gives us energy of 4 kilocalories. Now if 1 gram of fats is fully oxidized, so it gives us how much energy? 9 kilocalories of energy. So it means that it gave us double of energy than the proteins and carbohydrate. Clear? So the fats gave us double energy. And now let's discuss the sources of fats. So the fats, it is found in the yolk of egg. Clear? In the yellow part of the egg, in olive oil, in dry fruits, in oily food. But too much consumption of fat is not good for a body. Clear? Because it will lead you towards obesity, and it can cause many diseases like heart diseases. It will narrow your blood vessels. The extra fats are accommodated on the in the blood vessels, and like this it will cause a high blood pressure. So today we have studied the three basic nutrients: carbohydrate, proteins and fats. The remaining two we will study inshallah in the next video. Hope you have enjoyed. Okay, meet you inshallah in the next video. Allah Hafiz.